Gil Paterson, to be followed by Alex Rowley.
Thanks very much, Presiding Officer. For the purposes of the time and my speech, I'm going to stay focused on the Vale of Leven Hospital as part of the motion. Presiding Officer, history doesn't bode well for Labour when it comes to the NHS and specifically the Vale of Leven Hospital. In 2009, the vision for the Vale ended a decade of damaging uncertainty for the Vale of Leven Hospital and the erosion of services by the previous Labour-led Scottish administration, including the A&E services. The then Cabinet Secretary of Health and now the First Minister made a commitment then to protect the Vale, and just this year in front of 400 people and on camera in West Dunbartonshire, the First Minister made the same commitment to the Vale of Leven Hospital. And if that's not enough, the Cabinet Secretary in front of this Parliament, the public and again on camera, reiterated the commitment of the Scottish Government to the Vale of Leven Hospital remaining open. Of course.
Jackie Bailey. And I agree that that's all very helpful, and I do want to agree with both the First Minister and the Health Secretary about the Vale Hospital. Can I therefore ask Gil Paterson, why is it we have these proposals before us today? And does he support my very specific call that this should be designated a major service change so it's signed off by the very ministers who have said they will protect the Vale?
Gil Paterson.
Well, I hear this said, and, if it was another situation, Presiding Officer, or in any other element of the health board, if the government was telling health boards dominated by the Labour Party to do one thing or do another, it's not how it works. The government will be involved once this process takes place, not at this present time. And they would be up in arms, and so would all the other opposition MSPs, if the government willy-nilly interfered with health boards. That's what their job is. I've just answered you, Jackie. I've answered you. Okay. No, that's the answer I'm giving you, Jackie. Okay. Well, thanks very much for that.
Would you two stop having a spat? You can take it outside after the debate. Mr. Paterson, please.
I apologise. It's not like me, Presiding Officer. As it stands, the NHS Greater Glasgow and Clyde Health Board is carrying out a review of services, and I do welcome the Scottish Government's view that it would be unacceptable if any proposals were not consistent with the national policy, such as the review of maternity services that has been carried out, and considers that any proposals must be subject to proper and meaningful engagement with people affected. The motion asks for the Cabinet Secretary to intervene. However, NHS Greater Glasgow and Clyde Board have already initiated a consultation period, and we need to encourage everyone with a vested interest to engage with this process. For me, with the consultation, there is a serious question that arises in regards to the community maternity unit at the Vale of Leven Hospital. The Vale of Leven Hospital and Inverclyde provide a wide range of maternity care to all women in each locality, seeing 5,000 non-birth contacts each year, which in my view is very, very positive news indeed. However, the figures in regards to the Vale's baby delivery services are shockingly low. NHS Greater Glasgow and Clyde had a planned figure of 200 births per year, and in 2015 and 16 the figure stood at just 43, less than one a week, peaking at 112 way back in 2009. It must be reminded that mothers are consistently advised during the pregnancy by midwives and other medical professionals, included what happens when complications arise. There is a concern that with fewer women who meet low-risk criteria, the higher the chance of complications, and it would seem mothers are voting with their feet.
You have using to close now, Mr. Paterson.
Sorry?
Come to a close now.
I will do, Presiding Officer. Using the Vale for all other maternity services, but opting out to have their delivery carried elsewhere. These figures need to be analysed, and the question needs to be asked why the vast majority of mothers in the Vale area are not using the unit for delivery. I want to know, not just as an MSP, but as a father and a grandfather.
Mr Paterson.
However, I'll close
well
there,
over time.
First Minister. I did take quite a lot of interruptions.
Mr
Anyway,
Paterson, you're well over time.
thank you very much.